I sold my soul to the bottle. Still none of my friends have left me yet. I'm the same man I was since the age of 13, and I've lived my life with no regrets. If you're looking for some freedom, all it takes is 10 drinks minimum. If you're looking for rhyme or reason, all it takes is 10 drinks minimum.
Oh, wow. We're live. 10 drink minimum here at the T-Lab, the Trick Lack Theater. We have a live audience. We have from AMC's comic book man, Ming Chen.
What's up, everybody? Thank you for the warm welcome, Albuquerque.
Oh, man.
It's nice to see you in person because we drunk text each other.
Did you say in prison?
In person.
Oh. I think it'd be nice to see you in prison, too, yeah? You could be like the new Pauly
Which
Shore.
one? Oh, Ming Chen in prison?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or Ernest.
I'm pretty sure he'd be pretty popular in prison.
He probably would.
Yeah. We got Holly Bird with us.
Hello.
We've got newly retired from professional wrestling Ray Basura.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
And somewhere backstage, we have James Smiley, who is going to ride in
Ooh.
on a fucking spin scooter.
And a scoot.
Yeah.
Making a grand entrance.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, what's it like, the live podcast in Albuquerque? Well, now here you go.
Yeah. This is it.
Yes, it's exciting. I was like sitting here thinking, I was like, what all are we going to talk about? So I'll let the audience decide. Do you guys want us to interview Ming Chen about like his stuff he's done, or do you want us to just tell you about all the crazy shit we did this weekend?
Yeah.
Crazy shit.
Crazy shit.
Okay.
All right. And a little bit of things. That's
So-
coming from Hamster because we were sick all week and
Oh,
missed
yeah.
out on the shenanigans.
Oh man,
We missed you.
So
Aw,
Ming
thanks.
texts me like Friday like morning, and he's like, I land at 2, and then I've got to be at my booth at 5, and then I do a panel at 7, and then we're gonna party, right?
Yeah, that sounds like Ming. Yeah.
And I'm like, okay,
Where was I for this? What?
I don't know. He didn't text you? Oh man.
Oh.
Different group text.
Oh.
I'm just shocked to see you here. Usually you're like 30 minutes late
Yeah.
to every episode. So
That
I was
is
like,
not true. Oh, James?
Yeah, no, you
Yeah.
came
Shots
down.
fired.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, like,
Ow.
what are you doing here on time?
So yeah. So then like I end up going over to Comic-Con, and like he's like, I'll get you a pass. He's like, save your money for drinking. And I'm like, oh, okay. That's smart. So I go to the door, and I'm like, I think I have a pass. I don't know. And they're like, well, who left it for you? And I was like, Ming Chen. And they're like, oh, he's the nicest celebrity we've ran into so far.
That's because he is.
And then they're like, we'll just escort you up to his booth.
Oh. They
they
probably
did.
just wanted to see
Yeah,
him.
right? And they gave me like the nicest little old lady. And
Aw.
she had like little earrings that made her ears look like she was like an elf,
Oh.
you know?
yeah, there's these like wiry attachments that had like little pointy tips.
Yeah.
And she had to be like, what, 60, maybe pushing 70?
Oh yeah, easy. And then we're hanging out, and I walk around and look at all the crazy, whatever swords and spin scooters.
Sorry about that.
So then like we decide we're gonna go eat at the Monte Carlo Steakhouse, and then Ming's like, yeah, I invited some people. I invited my friend Dante, and I was like, oh okay, whatever, And I don't think any of it. And he goes, Rufio, and I was
Rufio?
like, fucking Rufio from Hook, and he's like, yeah. I'm like, okay, and I'm thinking this dude will never come out. He came out.
I love Rufio.
He
Are you a
was-
Hook fan?
I am. So there was also a kid at my high school that he was really cool. He had like a mohawk and all this stuff, but he looked like Rufio,
Yeah.
and he was also crazy like Rufio.
Oh, wow.
So he would pull crazy shenanigans. Like he hung from the ceiling in our like concourse at our school one time, and we all were just chanting Rufio, Rufio, and yep. I remember. I don't know what happened to that kid. I think he died.
It took so.
So did Rufio.
It took so much effort to not go bangarang, like just
Oh, yeah.
randomly drunk in a bar,
Just
Oh,
hearing
man.
the story, I've wanted to shout bangarang.
Right.
Yeah. Also, yeah.
We ended up, and then who else? Like the Red Skull.
Yeah, Ross Marquand. If you watch Walking Dead, he plays a character named Aaron. Pops up in season 5. And then he in Avengers Endgame Infinity War, he plays the Red Skull.
Yeah.
The keeper of the Soul Stone.
Which
And,
which is awesome and nerdy and
I mean, I'm imagining, most weekends you don't party with someone from the Marvel Cinematic
Fuck no,
Universe.
you don't.
I'm
Fuck no.
I don't want to assume or anything, Chris, but
well, I roll fucking hard.
well, I roll even harder, Chris.
Me and
so-
Robert Downey Jr. You do, man. I don't know how, dude. I'm exhausted. How do
Are
you have
you?
the energy?
He does
Yes.
this every weekend. Like, okay, I now live a very, sorry, honey, not boring, but boring life.
Yeah.
And, now my phone doesn't really go off at 2 a.m. unless it's Ming Chen. And he'll just be like, I found this cool speakeasy. Wish you were here. And I have a collection of just drunk,
Oh, yeah.
every week. It's not just like, every once in a while he gets out and parties with celebrities. It's like, you go to every Comic-Con, don't you?
Yeah.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
Dude, I know. You go to some shit, I'm just like, I don't even know what that is.
Do you need an assistant or
Yeah.
something?
If I ever get to the point where I'm like Carl Weathers and making like 50 grand a
Oh.
weekend, absolutely.
You go to
Cool.
like the
Dope.
King of Queens con. Like
The King
just
of Queens con.
Like I'm like, dude, that's
Is that just Leah Remini?
right? Just talking shit. Just like
Just talking about Scientology or whatever?
Oh.
Yeah, I think a lot of my cons are like, it's like, hey, I'm opening up a gas station in like
Yeah.
Nassau, Long Island. Because I'll do that.
You'll open again. You'll just go. Will you
Yeah.
cut the ribbon?
Yeah, I'll cut the ribbon. I gotta
If
do
I
something.
ever open like a business, I'm just gonna be like, and Ming Chen is doing our ribbon cutting.
no shit. Like he tweets out like this like event, and some dude like replies, "Hey, I just wanted to hit you guys up to do this Comic-Con that I'm starting." And I was just like, I'm not a part of that thing. You want to talk to that guy over there?
You should have just made it like we were, Chris.
Right.
We could be at a Comic-Con.
I should have been like,
with
ooh.
Ming.
If you want Ming, you need to get into my
Right.
email.
Or I should have just went like this. I'd have been like, ooh, what weekend? I don't know.
I might be busy.
I was hanging out with some MCU guys. I don't know. We'll see. So we partied pretty hard on Friday. I think I got to bed at 4:30.
Yeah, we were over at Founders, which
Yeah.
I had heard about through you guys, and
Yeah.
I really, really wanted to go. And I was like, Holly, can we go to this, whatever that
Yeah.
speakeasy that you go through, the beer cooler?
I know. He got so excited. I was like, yeah, when you come to town, we'll take you there. No big deal.
It's so fun, right?
Oh, and that was the other cool thing. Like, so we had a reserved spot. So he's like, yeah, I invited a bunch of people. And I'm like, well, just tell them my name, and they'll let you in. And so the guy from the Red Skull, he's like, oh, you're Chris Burnett. And I'm just like, the Red Skull knows my name. I got so excited.
That was the secret password to get in. Is Chris
Burnett, yeah. It was pretty funny. And then Saturday, we kind of did the same thing. But like as life goes, we're sitting there partying Saturday night, and we run into somebody, and they're like, hey, do you want to host the WWE panel tomorrow? Because I did it last year.
Yeah.
And I was like, I guess so. And this is where my life is at now. I'm walking up to the green room to the WWE panel, and Chris Kirkpatrick from the NSYNC looks over and he's all, what's up, man? And he fist bumped me, and he's like, what time did you get to bed last night? And I'm just like, what the fuck? Life am I living? And I was like, 4. And he's like, nice. And I don't even remember talking to him that much.
You left a big impression on him, apparently.
Oh.
Yeah,
I'm
I guess.
jealous.
You're the talk of the con room. Everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're like, this guy will show you a good time.
Yeah,
Not
were you
that way.
Were you walking by and you're like, baby, bye, bye, bye.
You should have done that, Chris. He would have loved that.
Well,
I'm
I
sure
mean,
that doesn't.
I'm sure he fucking loves that. First of all, I would have recognized that guy if no one would have said that's what it was.
Oh,
I
sad.
bet not.
No. Because last year we hung out with Joey Fatone.
Okay,
I don't want to talk about that.
Oh, I saw that.
You were invited.
Yeah.
I was in Alamogordo.
I know.
I got to see the world's largest pistachio nut, though.
Worth it.
Nice.
Right?
Hey, it was dope.
That was like the moment my sister was like, your podcast is decent. And she's like, how the hell did you meet Joey Fatone? I was like, And then that was like the moment, you know. It was
That's
like,
what
wow.
did it for her?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because she couldn't believe
Now
it.
you're
She just
legit.
couldn't believe it. You know, I was like, all right. I couldn't believe it either.
I may be treading on some bad waters here, but I never liked Joey Fatone because I hate Superman.
Oh, wow.
So, I mean, I'm just going to go ahead and throw that out there.
I mean, I call him Joey Fat One sometimes.
Slutty days.
I'm sorry. I was a
Wow.
Backstreet fan. So.
Oh.
You can't
And
be a
also
fan of both?
accurate. No.
I don't know.
It can't be.
I don't know if we should even talk about. Should we talk about what happened at like 3 a.m?
Oh,
Okay, well, now you have
absolutely.
to.
Yeah.
You just said
Oh,
that.
absolutely. Yeah,
Okay.
No secrets here
Yeah,
on
you
10
brought it
Minimum.
up. All right.
I didn't
So-
wait a year to keep secrets here.
So we end up at a place I could probably tell you by this big wad of ones where we were. And Ming was like, "Do you still have the wad of ones?"
Were
as
you
well?"
at the laundromat?
Yes. No. You still
Yeah,
got it?
yours, why is yours bigger than mine?
Because,
Because
you know.
the lady, I go, "Do you have 81s?" And she goes, "No, I got 100." And my mind was like, "Well, that's better." You know? Do you want to explain? Because like
You guys don't look like you spent very many
No,
of
we
your
did not.
ones.
No, we did not, Holly.
I don't
So-
see either. I don't know. I'm out of touch in the strip world.
Well, you know I'm an expert on this.
Yeah, and I'm not out of touch in the strip world.
So okay. So I'm not wrong here. That at a strip club, there's stripping
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Traditionally, yes.
traditionally.
I mean, you hope so.
Like it was so weird. Like it, like you would see a boob and it was almost like it accidentally popped out, and they'd put it back. They're like, "Oh."
How are
whoa.
these girls making money? They need to make money. I'm sure
Well-
they're sad about it too.
If Kale is here, is Kale still here? There was. I don't know where people.
Yep.
I'm
Kale's here.
definitely
Hi,
out of
Kale.
touch on how you tip a stripper because a guy like these guys would just walk up, throw $1, walk away like they were afraid.
They probably were, Chris.
That's probably true.
Men are afraid of women. Hello.
This is true. I can testify to
Yeah.
that.
And so then
I'm not afraid, Holly. I'm not afraid
I know
of women.
you're not.
I mean, raise your hand if you guys have been to a strip club here. I mean, okay.
Everybody.
So if I
Hamster.
so and this is not. I'm not making this up. I would put money down. I would. Okay. So do you know if you're sitting at the stage and you put like a $1 bill down or a couple?
Yeah.
They come over and they dance for you.
I
Not
mean,
where we went.
sometimes if you don't, sometimes if you put $1 down, they'll be like, "Thanks."
I put
you know.
5 down.
Oh, wow.
And they spun around the pole, never looked at us, and then finished the dance and came over and swept the money off and
I mean,
walked away.
I know where you guys went, and
Yeah.
let's just say, it's not.
Well,
It
it wasn't ideal.
It's going downhill. It's it's not.
It wasn't on fire while we were there.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost there.
Yeah.
They would do themselves a favor if they would just open a breakfast bar.
Oh, yeah.
The last time that I went to that place, and I guess we're avoiding the name, but the
Are we?
last time I went to that place.
Are we? It was called Knockouts.
Okay, well,
Okay,
that's
I mean, fair.
the last time we.
I'm
There we
not
go.
fucking. I'm
All the
not.
strippers are gonna hate me now. Thanks, Chris.
I'm a Yelp elite. I'm not fucking avoiding shit.
Yeah, I don't even live here, so knockouts, you fucking suck, man. All
right, fair.
I've gone.
Knockouts
I've gone.
sucks.
I'm in a different city every weekend.
Yeah.
Do I seek out adult stripping establishments
course
when I'm
you
out?
do.
I do. That was quite possibly the worst strip club I've ever been to.
I wish you could have gone to the strip club I used to work at. It was
What?
First of all,
It was
it's not
so
a strip
bad.
club.
Yeah.
It's not a strip club. Don't use the word strip in the name because none of that was happening.
It's a gentleman's club.
There you go.
And
Yeah.
what gentlemen go there?
I
Well,
like to go there because it has really cheap Jaeger shots.
Do they?
That's it. That's the
I mean,
only
they
reason
have
I
to.
go there.
They have to if they're not taking their clothes off.
Right.
The last time I went to Knockouts was with the Insane Clown Posse and a whole group of
Okay.
juggalos.
Hold on.
And
Let's stop. Hold
Okay,
on.
that's a lot to unpack,
yeah,
Ray.
man. Come on. Now I've got.
and somehow we were the most gentlemanly people there.
Wow.
So that says something about Knockouts.
So there was no Fago sprayed on the stage. none of that.
I mean, they might have liked that.
That
Chris.
actually disappoints me. The insane clown
Wait.
posse.
just like popping 2 liters all over the stage. Yeah.
Well, just that you don't expect the one time I was hanging in the vicinity of the insane clown
yeah.
posse, they threw a chair
Over our heads.
over our heads into
At
a wrestling
Hobo
ring.
Hank.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm not, I don't have a good track record of their gentlemanliness.
We were not fans of the Juggalos
That's what they
that
should have
night.
done at Knockouts, and we still would have been the most gentlemanly people there.
Wow.
That's fair.
That's all right. That's
I don't know.
That
well, first
sounds-
of all, they got rid of their policy where if you were a couple, you got in for free.
what? That's the only reason I ever went
I
to
know.
Knockouts.
I
Is it
do.
really
I do
that?
like the sign that says we have a discreet rear entrance. Lots of
Whoa.
jokes on that one.
I saw that couple sign. I think because we had it was a mixed crowd, male female, and there
Yeah.
were less female, so we're all trying to like grab the female for the free couple.
Yeah.
And but then we found out it wasn't free. We're like, oh,
Right.
How much do you have to pay to get into Knockouts? now?
$5.
$5 which I want back right now. I'm
Yeah.
about to go across the street.
first
and
you're like,
demand
That's
it
how much
back.
I charged for my comedy show,
Yeah.
and I feel like you guys got ripped off.
I feel like there was more stripping at your comedy show.
Yeah, I saw more skin tonight.
That Christopher,
I'm just saying.
there was no stripping. Like, how dare you?
I'm not going to
What
say
would
who it
your
was,
mom
but there was
say?
literally a moment where someone said, "If no boobs come out on the next dance, I'm out of here." All right, it was
Okay,
me. I
but-
said,
And we did. We left. We were
we
like,
literally
fuck
left.
this.
I mean, I have a big fat wad of ones that like everywhere I go to pay for shit. People
I mean,
are gonna
Chris,
go,
if that's inconvenient for you, I'll take it.
well, wow.
Someone gonna dance for us?
That's hamster. That's
I-
hamster. Hamster just said, "I have nipples."
Right. Well, we were going to go to TD's.
I would hope
but they
so.
closed at 2 a.m.
yeah, what's up with that?
Yeah.
So I mean, that's the one thing Knockouts has going for it. They're like, well, we have heat. Yeah.
You guys should have. You guys should have gone to Fantasy World.
Ugh, that's
Well,
awful.
I didn't want to go to the
I
hospital.
feel like Fantasy
Yeah.
World might have been a better experience than Knockouts.
That is no one's fantasy.
I don't know if better's the right word.
There would have been boobs.
I've been there. I don't even live here. I've been to every strip club establishment in this
Right.
city.
We don't have many.
We
I
don't.
went there, and they were actually a sponsor of the Comic-Con, which
What?
yeah, which
Knockouts?
not Knockouts, Fantasy
Fantasy
World,
World,
and,
that makes
and
sense.
TDs were both sponsors of the
Those,
Comic-Con.
that makes sense.
Which in most cities, strip clubs don't sponsor Comic-Con because they want to maintain a family-friendly atmosphere. But this Comic-Con, they don't care,
Yeah,
man.
if you give a shit. But Blue Meth will be the sponsor next year. It's
Yeah,
fine.
they just
It's
want
fine.
the money. But I remember I went in there and I was like, "Hey, I'm with the con," and I flashed my con badge. Like, "Okay, you're good. Your friends are good. No cover." And the DJ saw me and he recognized me. He was like, "Holy shit!"
Oh,
Ming
coming to the
Chen's here."
stage is Ming Chen.
That's what he did every 15 minutes. And said, "By the way, Ming Chen from Comic Book Madness." You're like, "Dude, shut the fuck up, man. I don't want everyone to know I'm here."
Everybody knows you go to strip clubs, Ming.
I know, but give me a little moment of peace, in my sanctuary,
Yeah.
right?
That's your sanctuary.
My church, with
Yeah.
the, yes.
Will you start sending me pictures every time you go to a strip club
Yeah.
with your favorite
They
stripper?
kind of don't let you do that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's
Yeah,
right.
they typically as frowned upon.
Live streaming from the strip clubs usually frowned upon.
But I mean, okay, fair.
I felt like the guy in the bathroom that had all of the like gum and stuff was more entertaining than anything else in the whole place. Like he
Wait,
had,
at Knockouts they have a guy with gum and stuff.
oh dude,
Smiley.
No, he's got
I thought you looked familiar.
no. This dude has a whole bodega in the fucking bathroom. Dude. He's like, you need some toilet paper. He's like,
So,
some Cheetos. We got that too.
I've been going to the wrong place
See,
for snacks
and
when
I
I'm
feel like-
downtown.
I feel like at Knockouts, you don't even know if he works there. They go, "Do you work here or do you live here? Like, what's going on with Knockouts Beach?"
Oh yeah.
Yo.
I'm gonna start going to Knockouts to get snacks on Monday nights.
Right? You're like, well, the convenience store's fucking closed. Well, there's a guy in the men's room at fucking Knockouts.
It's one of the only places that has a cigarette machine.
Oh, really?
That's
yeah.
true.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, if you're cold and it's after 2 and the bars are closed, you can go there for $5, I guess.
I mean, one night after comedy, another female comedian and I did not want to go home, so we went into Knockouts and we paid a stripper to tell us about her life. Well, that's not what we paid him for. We paid her to give us a lap dance, and she's like, "What do you girls do?" And we're like, "We're comedians." And she's like, "Oh my God, I have so much comedy to tell you." And it was not funny. It was really, really sad.
I think it's interesting that you said that they did lap dances
Yep.
because they weren't even doing that last night.
Wow.
Yeah, or I'm sorry.
We paid
I s-
$10 and she danced on our laps for 2 hours and told us her sad story about her 7-year-old son at home in her trailer.
Right. Was there anyone that ever came up to you and said, "Hey, would you like a lap dance?"
No, that. Usually, you go to a strip club, you get hustled, right? You get
Yeah.
the line of
she didn't-
dancers.
no, she
like,
didn't.
hey, would you like a
We
dance?
were insulted.
She
No.
made,
I
she
was
made
like-
us feel bad, so we ended up giving her like a total of $100 because she said her son was at home alone in her trailer.
He was
So
cutting up the cocaine. He's like,
It's
Yeah.
You basically you just went to a church.
yeah.
They just went and guilted you into
Yeah.
giving them money.
Pretty much.
Oh my God.
That's what strippers do, dude.
Yeah, well, yeah.
She's like, he's fine. I filled his food bowl to the top. I left him extra water.
Right.
It'll be good. Yeah.
He has an iPad.
Right. Saw a little boiling water on the stove. Never heard no one.
He makes his own grilled cheeses with the iron. It's okay.
It's the only way.
I just feel like he knows how to make the Totino's pizzas. The
He
little
probably
square
does.
ones.
He probably makes them by hand. They can't
Oh.
afford those, Chris.
Shit.
I don't know though. Since she guilted us, I mean, she probably did that to a lot of people. They
So-
probably have nicer food than I do.
Yeah. So Ming, since you go to these establishments,
Yes.
what city has the best? I kind of heard. I kind of have a guess. I have a guess.
Oh man,
I-
probably Portland,
Ah,
Oregon.
damn it, that was my guess.
Mm.
Yeah, Portland, Oregon has a number of them. I haven't been to Tampa yet.
Oh.
Any city where they have a place called the Mons Venus,
Yeah,
gotta be a great.
That's got to be a
that'd
good one.
great city.
Have you ever been to Odessa?
No, Odessa, Texas.
Yes, Odessa, Texas has a great strip club that has a bring your own beer policy.
Oh yeah, that's Texas.
And it's called Jaguars, and it's my favorite strip club in the world.
As you were telling that story, I realized I've actually been there before.
Jaguars is dope. And if you're a girl at Jaguars, they're so excited because they're in the heart of the oil field.
Oh yeah.
So they get very excited. I got a lot of free lap dances.
Wow.
It was fun.
Well, see, I was going to guess the Portland one because I have, some of my friends, like, they're the kind of people that if you mentioned, let's go to the strip club, they would get disgusted. But then one day, like, I was talking about Portland, and they're like, who has a good breakfast buffet? And I was like, in Portland? I was like, who? They're like, the strip club. And I was like, what?
Yeah, it's called Eggs and Legs. I'm serious, guys. The
Wow.
only reason is because Brandon the other night, so
Yeah.
Brandon from Founders likes to prank me all the time. And so he's like, Holly, we're going to Knockouts tomorrow morning. And I was like, cool. He's like, do you want to come? I'm like, why would I go to Knockouts in the morning? He's like, they have a breakfast buffet. It's called
Oh.
Eggs and Legs. So I Googled it, and he knew I was going to Google it because I was like, that's not a real thing. It's a real thing in Portland.
Yeah. And I always love that. It's like, because, like, the last fucking place in the planet I want to eat food
How dare you?
is a strip club.
How dare you?
Why?
Food is amazing at strip clubs. Have you never had the lunch buffet at TD's here?
Oh, God.
Dope.
No. I see, like, they'll have, like,
Why?
the $11 surf and turf, and I'm like,
No, but what? They have to pass health inspections just like everywhere else.
I know.
Like, what do you think they're serving it on their vaginas?
I hope so.
I would pay extra for that. I just try to not.
Actually, I'm worried that they don't.
I feel like I just fell into like.
Can I have another beer? Who's got the beers? Somebody's got them over there, right? They're behind Smiley.
Just take that one.
Is that one unopened? Okay.
Oh man, I didn't mean to make a surf and turf joke about it, but here we are.
But yet here we are.
Just I just don't like to mix business and pleasure at a strip club.
Right.
Like,
I don't know why you wouldn't. That they have prime rib.
Oh.
No,
It's delicious.
but it's
Now-
tripping with au
And
jus.
it's cheap. Okay,
Prime
here's
is
the
in
thing.
quotations.
Neither one of you are poor enough to be
Yeah.
like, I haven't had a good steak in a while, and I can't afford
Well,
like
that's
anything.
not going to be a good steak.
It's pretty good.
Really?
For,
okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Most of the times that I go to a strip club is because it's Christmas and no other place is open to serve me food.
See, Smiley eats there on Christmas, no
Because
less.
I have to.
You don't have to. There's Chinese restaurants
Where?
here in Albuquerque.
Really?
Yep.
I'm not saying I haven't eaten at a strip club. I'm just saying I don't like to.
Yeah.
Well, you're missing out, Chris.
I did have, when I was in Phoenix one time, someone's like, this place has the best $3 hamburger with fries. And I was like, wow, that is fucking really cheap. And it was cheap, and, the scenery was amazing. So I did do that.
The strip club I worked at had pork chops that were delicious.
It had pork chops and regret. Does everybody know this? Okay, so the strip club she worked at was the one that's out by Moriarty. If you want to see what it's like, Vice did a thing where these two women who were traveling across the country, they were doing traditional jobs that women, fulfilled.
I was a bartender, by the way. I was not a stripper.
Yeah.
Okay, just for
And-
clarification.
And the two women went and they stripped there, and it's just heartbreaking.
It's heartbreaking.
Yeah.
And when my friends watched it, just for perspective, they're like, is it really as bad as they made it seem? I'm like, oh, it's worse.
Oh, yeah.
That made it look nice. Yeah, I was a bartender there for a while. The pork chops were great. The owner was awful.
I've had
It was fine.
very disturbing experiences there.
Yeah.
I know, you were roofied there. On purpose. Didn't you ask your friends to roofie you there?
No, that
What?
was what? No,
Or you let them?
that wasn't me. No.
I hope I don't get roofied. Yeah, waving a drink around.
I'm just gonna
Nobody
leave it.
roofie me.
I
I'm gonna
don't
leave
remember.
this drink here.
Oh no, I remember the episode we talked about this on. We're like, "Are you still friends with them?" And he's like, "Yeah, that's just what happens when you go there."
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that was my buddy Dave. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
you're
not
right.
That was old fun Dave.
Well, it's
That was
It's
Roofie
what-
Dave,
just
everybody.
for funsies. I got roofied. That's not a place you want to be roofied.
Classic Dave.
yeah.
but he's known for
I like
just
how you said-
putting drugs in your drinks. That's all.
He's known. Wait, he's known for putting drugs in your drink. That is a thing you just said about somebody you hang out with.
Yeah.
Dave Cosby.
Someone you haven't called the police
Dave
on.
Cosby.
Hey.
I like how earlier you were like, the owner was a real asshole. I've never in my life heard anyone go, yeah, that strip club owner, nicest guy you've ever fucking met. Nicest fucking guy you've ever met.
What a great guy.
I mean, he's got to work,
I mean, fair.
What's hard to remember to get roofied, right? It's counterintuitive.
To get roofied?
Did he like point at you the next day? You're like, dude, I don't remember the last 2 days. He's like, ha!
And
Pretty
you just
much.
went, oh, Dave.
I was like, yeah, I worked with him. I worked with him, and I was like, I don't remember yesterday. What happened? And he's like, oh, it was all cool, dude. You're some dude tried to pick you up at like the strip club, and then you beat him at pool somehow.
Oh, wow.
And then we bought fireworks, and then we went to barbecue.
Yeah, they sell fireworks out there as well, Ming.
At the strip club?
Near it.
In the
Yeah,
vicinity.
pretty close.
We'll take you out there
Wow.
next year.
I
Dude,
mean, no,
I
I
am
think
moving here, okay? I'm moving here right now. I can go to a strip club, get a steak, buy fireworks, get roofied. Like, why wouldn't I move? And
Pump
podcast?
your own gas.
Why wouldn't I move
Yeah.
here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love you guys.
Oh, we love you, Ching. Okay, I am still disturbed that you hang out with this person. So you say,
Oh,
I
he-
don't remember yesterday, and he's like, haha, I roofied you, and you're just like, okay.
Okay, let's play video games.
I'm worried about you, James.
Yeah.
Well, that was a different time.
I like-
that was about 10 years ago.
I like how that's what worries you now about James. Not the
Well, I
other-
mean, it's concerning.
Yeah, it is very concerning.
I mean, a lot of things about James worries me.
Yeah.
You know.
Like, he's like, I hurt myself. What were you doing? Parkour, jumping off of buildings.
Punching a block of ice.
Yeah.
But that's nothing.
While we were setting up our drinks earlier, there's just a giant chunk of ice, and he just starts throwing fists at it. And we're like, oh, okay.
If you don't know, like James,
Look, I'm only bleeding a little bit.
Okay.
if you guys don't know, James breaks something or hurts himself or what else do? You do all kinds of things. You just remember when we went to Trinidad and
Oh,
he had
yeah.
a broken rib and he was just like, man, it's okay.
Oh, I forgot about that.
He's like, I just have to get drunk enough. No
Yeah.
big deal.
Or smoke some weed or do some edibles. I'll be all right.
He's like, you guys know where I can get some like acid?
Yeah.
I'm like, no, James, no, I don't.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
not
kinda-
gonna fix your rib.
You guys got a plug in Trinidad?
Yeah, I'm a
But we
little
love
new.
him. He's great. He's a great addition to our show.
Right.
But also, like, he breaks things all the time and fixes it with acid.
I always love when people like listen to this show and they see me out and about and they're like, "Where's James at?" And I'm like, "I'm sleeping. Probably it's
Sleeping.
the daytime."
Sleeping. He's. How many hours a day do you have to sleep? What was it?
10 to 12.
10 to 12. That's. Wow.
That's real shit right there.
Every day he has to have that, or he's a grouch.
He's part cat.
He is part.
Yeah.
That explains a lot, Ray. He's part cat.
Yeah, that explains why he buries his shit too.
Wait, is that all sleep time, or how much of that time is that roofie time?
Yeah.
That's sleep time. That is all sleep time.
Okay.
I feel like if he gets roofied, he's just asleep for 72 hours.
You're right. He's like, what week is this?
I know. What happened to Saturday?
Which one?
36 hours is my personal best.
Jesus.
Wow.
That's your personal best. Roofie time or normal?
Yeah,
No,
roofie time or
Oh,
normal?
that's just sleeping.
Awesome.
Wow.
Okie doke.
The spin
Oh.
scooter is going nuts.
They're probably, oh, you know what? It's like 9:30. They're looking for it.
Let's just see what happens.
We don't know what happened to it, sir.
Oh, yeah. They're going to keep doing that until they find it.
I might have to go work on that one.
Is that how they find lost spin scooters?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It seems so low tech.
Yeah, they pick.
Well, somebody tries to have that in their house.
James, just open the door, just throw it outside,
Just hurl it onto the street.
and then just leave it.
Wow. Oh my gosh. This is like the one time where if you're listening to the audio podcast, you fucking completely missed that.
Yeah.
So the spin scooter that we had, if you don't know what a spin scooter, they're scooters that you can rent and ride them around town. So Ming earlier was like, let's get a spin scooter and ride it around in here. So they were. And we left it behind us while we're doing the show, and it just fucking went off because they're trying to pick it up
Start going nuts, man.
to recharge it for the night.
There was a dude right when I opened the door. I just handed it to him.
Oh, okay.
How disapproving was he looking?
He didn't look very happy.
Well, to be fair, this is Albuquerque, so that
Right.
probably happens quite often. We didn't rip the copper out of it.
We hadn't got to it yet.
I mean, we were going to.
Yeah.
So I went to go buy beer before the show, and there's the Silver Street Market over here, and I'm in the beer aisle, and I see this guy walk in, and he starts looking around really fast, and he grabs a fifth of Fireball. And I'm like,
I mean,
well,
of all the things.
I'm like, this guy's gonna fucking go to town. So we go to I'm kind of walking up as he's walking up, and I'm trying to walk faster because I'm in a hurry. So I get to the cash register before he does, and then he like comes around the left side of me, and immediately I'm like, is this fucking guy gonna cut? What the hell? But the actual true story is, no, he's running. He's stealing the alcohol, and
kept
the
going.
girl like tries to stop him. And she grabs it, and he like rips it out of her hand and runs out the door. But in my mind, I was just like, this guy better not cut in front of me. How dare he?
You witnessed theft right in front
Oh,
of
yeah,
your own eyes in
It's
Albuquerque, New
Albuquerque.
Mexico?
I know.
I mean, it's like,
You didn't do like a flying knee tackle?
Why?
Yeah, why didn't you stop him?
How did you
Chris?
break your leg, Chris? Well, some crackhead wanting some Fireball.
and this is the difference between Chris and James,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen. That's
But now you didn't stop the crime. Now your Uncle Ben's gonna die.
Right?
And you're
Yeah.
gonna get bitten by a spider and shit.
Shit. So it'll all end up well.
Oh,
And
Fireball.
the guy's in the alley chugging some Fireball with his buddies. He's probably having a good day. And then the guy at the cash register is like, shit, what happened? And then the girl's like, oh, that guy stole a bottle of liquor. And he's like, did you tackle him? She's like, no, I went for the bottle. And he's like, damn, how'd I miss it? And she's like, it was right in front of your face. And then he goes, I'll just watch it on the video later. Like, what?
Dude, when I worked at a liquor store, we actually like put together all of our like best of moments. Like one of the best ones was one of our managers like did a flying knee straight over the potato chip display
And what-
just took out this dude, just boom.
And what penitentiary is he in now for assaults?
Yeah.
Oh, he still runs the
Jesus.
place.
Be like,
Oh.
he got an award for saving the company $12.32. Yeah.
My personal best ofs is me jumping straight over the counter and tackling a dude that was trying to take a 30-pack out.
Do they never like tell you guys like not to do that?
That they do. I used to work for places like that. I worked
no.
for Walmart of all places.
They told us to do that.
What? That's like a big insurance like issue.
We didn't have insurance.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess it's not then. Bird
I
of
guess
Paradise.
if you can't afford insurance, I mean, you probably would tell your employees to tackle the
Fuck it, man.
out
Don't
of
let
people.
nobody take a drop out of this place.
Our only rule was if you have to beat someone up, take them off camera.
Oh, that's awesome. All right.
Good rule. Good rule.
And at no point, and your answer was, okay, I guess I'll be at work tomorrow. Not here's my 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, no, they called me the gazelle because I would track them down, and then the other two big thugs would come and beat them up.
You'd grab his legs and they'd hit him with a bat, you know?
That explains so much.
I feel like this show keeps people from coming to Albuquerque. They're like, I don't ever want to go there.
I mean, it's a lovely place. Just ask Ming.
Yes.
Yeah.
I keep coming back. It's my 4th year back here, man.
What are
And I
some
love
of your
you
favorite
guys.
things about our city?
I love you guys. I spent all year trying to get back here, and I had seen the guy who ran the con. I saw him at another con back in August.
Yeah.
And I got short of like blowing him, like I did everything to be like, hey man, like I would love to come back this year, man. Like I hear it's going to be a great show. So yeah, he I guess they like me because they keep inviting me back.
Nice.
But,
I mean,
You
who wouldn't like
you? run
you?
all the panels.
yeah. And I think I do a good job too.
Yeah?
Because I got a text and somebody was like, "Why aren't you moderating all the panels?"
Right.
I was like, "I gotta be at my table to make some money maybe." And I was like, "Why?" She was like, "This other guy's boring." The other,
It was.
some of the
it
other
was
panel
me.
moderators were not as.
It's probably Chris. It's fine.
It
It
was
wasn't
me.
Chris. It wasn't Chris.
Oh, Chris.
Well, the crazy thing about the con is when you're doing the moderation, you get to go in the green room. And last year the green room was fucking amazing. This year it was kind of sad. It was a little. I mean, there was nobody in there. And then Ming's walking in. He's like, "You want some sandwiches? We got all these sandwiches over
Yeah,
here."
man, eat, man. Like you can't keep up your strength.
Right.
No, I mean, if you hung out, you probably would have seen like Carl Weathers.
Oh,
or
sure, yeah,
something,
yeah.
And
It just wasn't like last year. I walk in and it's like Chewbacca. It was like Chekhov talking to Beverly
Aw,
Crusher.
Chewbacca.
I don't think he's coming this year.
Yeah, no. And then Meredith from the office. Meredith from the office was getting a massage, and then Lou Diamond Phillips was eating some soup with rice in it. And then there was like a bunch of Power Rangers that I have no idea they were.
Well, it was funny. Me and my best friend Crystal, we geeked out about the Power Rangers. And Chris was like telling us who he saw, and we're like, "Oh my god!" And he's like, "I don't know who that is."
I don't even know who that is. Yeah. They were all trying to talk to me, and I was just like,
Well, then who are the people from Ninja Turtles?
Was it the guys in the suits,
Yeah.
the rubber suits?
It was the bad guy, the pig-looking guys. Who are those guys?
Oh, Rocksteady.
Bebop.
Rocksteady.
Bebop and Rocksteady.
Bebop and Rocksteady.
Duh.
And we got
Read a
sorry. Oh my god. Okay, let me try this again. Bebop and Rocksteady were there, and we get all excited. And Chris was like, "What are you guys so excited for?" Or it wasn't Bebop and Rocksteady. It was the guys from the Power
I guess
Rangers.
some Power Rangers.
Oh, it was Bulk and Skull.
Bulk and Skull.
Bulk and
And
Skull.
Chris didn't know who
Huge
they were
difference.
No clue.
at all. And he's like, "Why are you guys so excited?" We're like, "It's Bulk and Skull." He's like, "What the fuck is a bulk?
Yeah.
What the fuck is a skull?"
Okay, I was in college when the Power Rangers came out. I just,
I mean, but you could have just been excited for us.
No, trouncing it down quickly.
Earlier, whenever we were talking about the con, I think Ming was like, "Are you a fan of the Power Rangers?" I was like, "Not really." And then I started thinking about it. I was like, "Actually, I'm a huge fan of the Power Rangers." Like I was thinking back, like in like '95, when all my like bed was Power Rangers. I had like every toy, and I just told him, "No, not really, no." But I had everything they owned, like back in '95.
Why would you do that? Were you like afraid to be nerdy?
No. It was just like I was thinking. I was like, "Am I a fan like now?" And I'm like, I wouldn't even watch it. But then I was like, well. Yeah, it was a show that was on TV like 20 years ago. I guess like I was a pretty big fan then.
Yeah, but I think if you saw some of the actors from
Yeah,
that first incarnation, like
I felt ashamed that my knee-jerk reaction was to say no.
yeah,
And then-
dude, I saw right through you, dude. I saw right through you. I was like, yeah, you are, man.
all of a sudden I just started reminiscing really hard. I was like, oh, I'm a huge fan.
Oh man, that's
Yeah,
great.
but it's crazy. So, I listen to the show every week.
Right.
I'll tune in, and you guys are talking about all the local stuff here, and I really miss it. I really miss it.
Really?
I miss Frontier.
Yeah.
And
You've been there 4 times this week.
almost, yeah. And I'm probably gonna go back tomorrow.
Well, that's what impresses me about you. You like the first time I met you, you're like, "We're gonna go eat at the Monte Carlo Steakhouse," and I was like, "You know what the fuck that is? Wow."
It's the best.
Yeah, why wouldn't you go to a steakhouse where you have to walk through a liquor store to get into
Right.
it? It's so great.
Yeah.
It's so great.
There's so many people like from Albuquerque that have never been there. I've taken 2 like in the last month or so.
I think we took one on Friday night.
That yeah.
We took our friend over.
You've never been
Holy
there?
crap.
Oh. Okay.
Oh yeah, you went with Hamster went with his dad to the Monte Carlo without me.
Oh.
I was very upset.
Oh. So what are the places like have you gone to that you love?
I love Sister and Anodyne.
Oh, yeah.
I found those it was
Sister Dine.
Sister Dine. Yeah, because it took
Sister Dine.
It took a search to find the great bars here.
Yeah.
I think the first bar I went to was Bert's Tiki Hut, which I don't
Bert's
think
Tiki
is-
Lounge,
is-
yeah.
First Tiki Lounge
R.I.P.
is gone now.
Not there
I used
anymore.
to run a comedy show there.
Rest in peace.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
And then I remember going to some dive bar, but it was also a pizza joint, and I don't remember the name of
Carreras.
that.
Carreros.
There's
Joe's.
a
Joe's.
fireplace in there and this beat up couch.
Okay, if you listen to our show, that's the one we
We read their reviews.
the 1-star reviews on Yelp because they're so fucking amazing.
Have you heard those?
They're really good.
They're
really
so good.
They're all
you guys don't even want a 5-star review.
right.
Yeah.
I like they're like the manager kicked us out because we put money in the jukebox and started dancing and he said dancing wasn't allowed.
And the sad thing is I know exactly who that
Yep.
is, and I'm like, he's actually a lovely man.
And I
Turns
can-
out it's the mayor from Footloose.
Yeah. Right. And I knew exactly what went on. It was like some people from the Heights that had wandered in there, and they're like, "Ooh, a jukebox!" And then he was disgusted by them, and
Yeah.
was going to kick them out either way.
He judges you very harshly on what music you put on the jukebox.
Yeah.
And
I
if he doesn't like the music you choose, he takes your money and then tells you to leave.
Yeah. My favorite was like, there's a Yelp review
I love him.
for this place, and it's like it wasn't even time to close. And the bartender came over and said that it was last call, grabbed our drinks, dumped them out, and told us to get out.
That's why I love Joe's. I love it there.
It's a lovely place.
Yeah, fantastic.
If they like you,
5 stars.
it's great. 5
5
stars would recommend.
So sorry. So you went to Joe's. What else?
Oh yeah, and you guys introduced me to always new places every time I come. So we went
Yeah.
to Launchpad.
Yeah.
Went to Founders. Just all those new places. And the people who come to the con with me, they're like, who are these guys?
Yeah.
Who are these people? Like, how do you know that? You don't even live here. I'm like, hey, man, this is what I do. I make friends and then we go party.
I like that you already have the Albuquerque disgust as well. Like the Red Skull guy, you're like hitting him up and you're like, hey, come hang out with us, and he's like, I'm at Bourbon and Boots, and you're like, dude, why?
God.
Why? How? Ugh.
Yeah. I retched a little bit.
We're at Sister. Come down here. Yeah.
What are you, a tourist?
Right. You've already had the
Downtown
disgust.
tourist. My mom made me go to Bourbon and Boots.
Wait,
It was awful.
how did she make you go?
Well, because when your mom says, hey, I want to go drinking with you.
Okay.
With a lasso, duh.
And it was during sober January, which I broke because you're in town.
Right. Same.
So I was sober in Bourbon and Boots with my mom, listening to an 80s cover band.
Wait, you were in Bourbon Boots and they had an 80s cover band?
Yes, he's a family friend of mine that is the guitar player. They're really very good.
I just don't understand why they didn't have a country band
Right.
in the country
Well,
bar.
most of the patrons also didn't understand that. It was a very difficult night.
They're all,
Chris.
what in the hell?
I guess we don't know for a fact that it wasn't an 80s country cover band.
Yeah,
Oh.
I mean, they were not. And people in their boots and their bourbons,
Drinking bourbons, yeah.
they were very upset. It was trying. It was a trying time, Chris.
Why are they on Love on Friday? Yeah, but I just like that. You were like automatically disgusted
I
for him.
was very disgusted.
He's probably like trying to hook up, get laid, and you're just like, I would never set foot in there.
Yeah, how dare you
Fuck
try to get
that.
some ass?
Right. Poor guy. He's really nice, though, by the way.
Right, Ross Marquand is a really awesome guy.
And then everyone I told that I met at the Red Skull, they immediately were like, oh, Agent Smith? And I was like, no, the new one. And they go, what do you mean? And people, they don't know that
Yeah,
they switched out the actors.
Yeah, Hugo Weaving was the
Yeah.
first Red Skull who played Agent Smith in The Matrix.
Right.
And Ross is the new one. Because I think the other guy wanted too much money or something.
No, he said he didn't want to do it again. He
didn't
didn't.
wanna do it again?
He didn't like the makeup stuff and all.
No, suck
Yeah.
it up, bro.
Yeah,
It's
right.
Marvel, man.
He's like, "Ugh, I did that already. No. So
played
what's the
that
one place
role.
you haven't been that we
It's
haven't
fine.
taken you?
Yeah.
Oh man, well it was Golden Pride.
Oh.
but literally an hour before the show started.
You need to get a Golden Pride breakfast burrito.
Straight up.
Oh yeah.
They're so
Okay.
good. Their chicken is good, but I didn't even know they really had chicken
Yeah.
until tonight. So I
what?
just see their
Wait,
burritos.
what?
I'm a pretty big fan of
No,
their
I mean,
cheap
I knew it.
Adavada burritos too. Their $2
Oh
carne
yeah.
Adavada.
Oh, those are good. They're the best in
Yeah.
town. You can also get a Frontier burrito because it's the same company.
Yeah.
So you're
Wow,
moving
how
here.
Nice.
So now you're moving here, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I gotta find some way to at least part time here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What part
You
of town?
should open a studio here.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Well, I already told him we would shut it down.
Yeah, he was
if we
gonna
did.
shut it down. He was,
I don't think Ming gets my sense of humor. He goes, I want to open a studio here, and I was like, we'd shut that shit down right away. And he goes, you could do shows there for free, and I was like,
Chris, you got to be careful talking to him like that. Did you not read the article where they were called like the death row records?
oh, I did.
He will murder you.
That's true.
We've shut
Ming
down
is the
things
Suge
here.
Knight.
But
This-
we could be part of a shared universe.
Oh, I know.
Duh.
But I was like, I like to see the world burn. He's like, but you could do shows there for free. I was like, I know, but we would just have to shut you down out of principle.
Yeah. A lot of people think Chris hates everything.
Right. I am the curmudgeon of the show.
Well, people try to fight us. I don't understand why.
No one tries to fight us. When does that happen?
I don't know. That guy picking up his scooter
Really?
wanted to punch Smiley. I'm pretty sure.
Do you is there a podcast rivalry in Albuquerque? Do you have a rival podcast?
I'm gonna say there is, but it's not out in the open.
Yeah, I can't imagine.
Now we know why Chris brought me on. He's like, I need some muscle on the team.
Yeah, Ray.
Yeah.
If a guy comes running at me, Ray, I need you to power slam that guy.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like I said,
RKO out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I'm the gazelle, and you're the muscle.
I told Christian about you, Ray.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is probably disappointed. Sorry.
No, and he goes, how? Because I told him how you were retiring, and
Yeah.
And he's like, how old is he? I was like 30, and he goes, that's too bad.
Right.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I haven't had breakfast at like the Duran Pharmacy.
Oh, you haven't?
No, or
Okay.
is there
That's
like
good.
was it the Grand something market or whatever? Or the Grand, I don't know, but I think Duran's one of the places I wanted to go. I
Yeah,
went
that
there
place
one
is
day.
good.
That's a good one. Anybody? Where should we take him? What are we missing here? Albuquerque.
Wax.
Wax.
Wax, yeah,
Ooh,
Wax,
Wax
on the
is
list.
good.
Well, because we don't want to. We want to eat other places that day, though. Did you eat at Wax, dude? What's that?
Oh, cheese and coffee. That's a good one.
I've never been there.
Vicks? Did you say Vicks?
Oh,
Oh yeah.
the breakfast buffet. Yes. Vicks Vittles.
Vicks
Vicks
Vittles?
Vittles.
Dude, it is in like the bad part of town.
But
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The international
But
district.
them Vittles. But them Vittles, though.
Right.
Dude, you go in there, it's legit, dude. And
Anybody else have a suggestion? Cecilia's is
I
good?
live next door. That place fucking rules. Oh, we may be able to go there if they're open tomorrow.
So there's a place, Central Grill. I don't know if you guys have ever been there. I
Yep.
love that spot. And they usually got, well, I don't know now that it's going to be a weekday, but on the weekends they usually got live music over there, like in the mornings. And the guy that sings over there is pretty great. Yeah. But Central Grill is always a good suggestion.
Oh man.
That means I come back. And my man here in the audience is opening up a pizza joint with a tap room.
Oh.
Who is?
What?
Yeah, my man right here, over here.
Oh, nice.
Right,
Where's,
on,
where at?
Oh.
right next to Tractor Brewing.
Oh, over on Wells Park.
Yo, bro, can we podcast there?
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah? Pizza Club. It's going to be called
Pizza
Pizza
Club.
Club.
What kind of club is it? Pizza Club.
Wood Fire
Wood
Pizza.
Fire Pizza.
Oh, when is it opening? Awesome.
Okay, so he's
Yeah.
opening a pizza place in Wells Park next to Tractor. Hopefully in February.
Nice.
Yeah.
My two favorite things.
Nice. Are you gonna have local beers? Local beers and everything. Nice. You're in
Yeah.
pizza.
This is like our place, my
'Kay.
friends.
You wanna
Yeah.
take it over?
So,
I like pizza.
Yeah.
Ming, what's your stance on green chili? Because I don't like Chris's stance on it.
I
hey,
don't
hey.
either.
I put green chili in everything. Like I'm
Yeah.
Yeah,
literally,
Ming.
yeah, I'm literally taking.
That's the right response.
I think everything I put in my mouth.
For
this
those who
weekend
don't
had
know,
green
Yeah.
yeah. For those who don't know, Chris hates green chili.
I wanted to make sure to call him out on that.
I know. Everybody
One
loves to
time
do
I
that.
got him a grilled cheese sandwich, and I forgot that Bosey Brothers
Yeah.
puts green chili on it because I don't think twice. You know, like, oh, if you put green chili
Yeah.
on it, whatever, that's just normal. I didn't think to ask. I bring it. He's all, does mine have green chili on it? Oh.
And she went, yes.
And what did you say? You went,
Fuck. Someone else
Fuck.
can have it.
That's blasphemy. I mean,
Blasphemy.
I mean,
Yeah.
everybody should be entitled to their own decision. even
When's
if
the
they're
last time
wrong.
you tried it, though?
Like 3 days ago.
Okay. Well, you're just
Because Alex bought me a burrito that had green chili in it, and I bit right into it, and I went, fuck.
Last week we went and I got like some little side dip for us. And he's just like, ugh, I just can't do it. The green.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I found out today from the supermarket over here is a plethora of podcast material. So I went to go and get some chicken strips, and the guy saw my shirt, and he goes, 10 drink minimum, is that a movie? Is that a TV show? And I was like, it's a podcast. And he goes, oh. And I'm like thinking we're done with it. And he's like, oh, so how do I find it? So I give him a sticker, and he's got like his like plastic gloves on because he's the butcher guy. And he hands me my food, and then he comes out and he starts talking to me about it. And he's like, yeah, man. He's all, I'm not from. He's like, are you from Albuquerque? I was like, well, no. And he's like, me either. He's like, I'm from Las Cruces. And he's like, so I'm on the south side of this north versus south war. I'm like,
What?
What in the fuck? I was like, whoa. And he's like, where are you from? I was like, Eastern New Mexico. And he goes, oh, so you're like Switzerland, neutral.
I've lived here my whole life, and I have a mom from northern New Mexico, and I have never heard of this.
Me either.
I mean, I guess I could ask my mom.
I guess like there's just people in Las Cruces just pissed. They're like, fuck Albuquerque, you know?
If I lived in Las Cruces, I'd be pissed too.
Ba-dum-bum.
Fair. Fair.
I was like not expecting any of that whatsoever. And
Isn't
then-
it weird how like people just decide to tell us their take
Yes.
on New Mexico?
Yes.
Like we'll say, "Oh, I'm on 10 drink minimum, whatever," and then they're like, "Well, you know what I hate about Albuquerque is," and I'm just 45 minutes later. I'm like, "Thank you so much. Have a good night.
Yeah,
I just
interesting.
wanted to
Yeah.
buy these tissues."
Yeah. I'm afraid of the art bus too.
Hey.
Hey.
Hey, the art bus is scary. What number are we up to in Rex?
11?
I think we're still.
Oh,
sitting
it's
at
still at 11. That's good.
Yeah.
Good job,
It's-
Albuquerque.
It's leveled off.
We're
It's
sitting pretty.
plateaued.
Well,
No
we
one-
might be in the clear,
What did
everybody.
you say? It's still running.
Still
Yeah.
running.
Well, maybe. You know what? How many
I
of them
just-
broke down?
Or how many of them were in car accidents?
I'm not
and you
going to
were
lie.
there?
I'm not
True.
going to lie. We went to Monte Carlo on Friday, and one came up right beside us, and I was a little nervous.
We were
a little nervous.
scared.
It's
man.
it's jumpy.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
It was like as if like Christine pulled up next to us.
I know you're like, oh, don't murder
Oh,
me.
crap.
I don't get those symbols either. It's like dash or a triangle or an X, and I'm
Yeah,
like,
I feel like we need a whole class.
Yeah.
Those
on
symbols
things.
aren't for you. Those are for the bus drivers.
But but you telling them they're not for me makes me fucking want to know what they are
know.
more.
Right.
And
What kind
also-
of secrets are they holding?
Yeah.
Also, then we can know when it's gonna attack. Like, does it attack with
It
triangle?
doesn't attack. People attack it.
Yeah.
I feel like it attacks.
Sure.
It's
I don't
gonna
know.
eat me.
That's what the art bus wants you to think, Smiley.
You guys know that I made this happen, right?
You say that,
Yeah.
and I don't know about that.
Yep.
I'm
Mayor
pretty sure
James
millions
Smiley.
of dollars made that happen.
Okay, yeah, but okay, my name is on the
Do
proposal.
you think you made this happen when you were roofied? Is that when this?
He's like when I bought that candy bar, I paid taxes. So partially, it is my doing for the art buses to be here.
my name is on the proposal?
Wow. I did not know that.
You
Smiley.
can look it
Blood,
up.
the blood is on your hands,
Yeah.
sir.
So they don't
I
attack
am
with the triangle. What does a
Proud
triangle
of
mean?
it.
What does a triangle mean?
I don't know.
Triangle means yield. Don't you know how signs work?
The triangle means they activated their trap card.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Have you seen people in them? Every time I see one, it's fucking empty as shit.
Royal rode one
Okay.
one day.
You're like, I know a person that got
I
on
know
one.
a person
know
that
one
one
person.
time rode one, and he did not enjoy it.
Really?
He said it was creepy because there was nobody on it. He was just
yeah.
the only one on it.
It's just like a ghost bus.
Yeah.
And he goes, I don't know if you know why that would make me nervous, but I was the only black man on a bus.
And then you're like, who else was on the bus? Nobody.
Yeah. And then he goes, no, I mean, like, I was the only person and I was black.
You ever get on the bus and no one's screaming? And
No.
and that
Never
makes
go.
That
you
has
nervous?
never happened.
And that makes you nervous?
Have you ever been on the bus and nobody was peeing and that
Right.
made you nervous?
There was no pee smell? That's awkward.
I hate all of you.
I'm serious. Have you ever been on the bus and no one's getting kicked off for drinking on the bus? That's a thing.
No.
I thought it was
No wonder it's
mandatory.
empty.
I thought you had
Yeah.
to drink on the bus.
That's my.
How do people ride the bus without
Okay.
drinking? Smiley?
That's my complaint about the fucking rail runner. They're
I
like, well,
take
it doesn't
it
make any
every
money. I was
day.
like, yeah, because you don't sell alcohol. That's why I'm riding it, because I'm going to go to Santa Fe to drink alcohol. Why not drink on the way? Hold on, can we get a mic? Come up here.
Or jump up here. There you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Oh, everybody that's been asking for
Hey,
hamster to
guys,
come on
I'm
the
hamster.
show. Yeah, all right. Here
Do
we go.
it. Do a drinking pass where like you can
Yeah.
buy a pass to ride the rail runner and bring your own beer on, and it costs a little bit more, but you now you can drink on
Fucking
the rail
A.
runner.
And you know what people are going to
I'll
do?
be taking votes for mayor of Albuquerque, running for hamster.
And you know what people are going to do? They're going to go, you had to pay to get on there and drink? And you're like, yeah, I did it. Why? Because we were drinking in a different place. It's cool, man. Right.
Didn't the kids on Harry Potter have alcohol on their train?
Butterbeer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Butterbeer.
I mean, and you go to Germany, they have an alcohol like
Car.
cart.
Yeah.
Like, of course I want alcohol. I'm on a fucking train.
Yeah.
Man.
Well, the kids
Well,
hand it
I mean,
to you.
of course I want alcohol. I'm a fucking drunk.
There you go.
You know.
The kids will hand it to you in Germany. They just give you a beer. You're like, oh, cool. Like, they know how to pour from the age 8. I didn't learn
Yeah.
how to pour beer until I was 12. America sucks. Just kidding.
I don't want to. My dad gets so embarrassed when I admit how young I was when he taught me, like, how to pour a beer.
Well, my mom's all proud about it.
I know. My dad's like, don't tell people that. They think I'm a bad dad. I'm like, no, Dad. They just know why I'm a drunk.
How young were you?
I was 4.
Oh, dang.
Oh.
Yeah, that's pretty proud.
That's about right.
About right.
That's-
Before I could even make fucking cereal, so I don't know how you're.
I was
beer.
4 when I learned that when Daddy's beer got to a certain level, I got him a new one from the fridge.
Whoa.
It's just called
Yeah.
physics. Come on,
They're,
man.
they're clapping
Yeah.
for domestic
They're
violence. here.
clapping. It wasn't okay. See, this is why my dad doesn't like. It's not domestic violence. It's child abuse.
Child abuse, sorry.
Yeah, get it right.
I feel like Smiley was 4 and he was like making Bloody Marys. Like,
No, wearing a tie.
I was.
Yeah.
I was.
He had like a tray.
No, I was selling acid when I was 10.
I believe it.
I mean, that does not surprise me.
Were you selling acid to the dude who roofies you?
No, because that guy is significantly younger than me.
He has a name, Smiley. It's Dave.
It's Dave.
Dave, Roofie Dave.
Roofie
It's
Dave.
Roofie Dave.
D.S. Canning.
Boy, dropping his last name.
Oh,
Yeah,
damn.
why not?
Wow.
D.S. Canning, he knows he does it.
In
he
case
does
any
it for fun.
APD's listening.
Well, he doesn't even live in the state anymore.
Oh, wow. That's fun.
He rides the train. He just jumps on like a hobo. He's like just jumping from city to city.
I feel like Ming's gonna go back to New Jersey and be like, Jesus Christ, New Mexico's crazy.
I know people getting roofied left and right,
Yeah.
like you buy acid from 10-year-olds.
There's a
Like,
bus
can't.
mowing
Fucking
people
awesome.
down. A bus,
Yeah.
a killer bus.
Killer bus. So
Yeah.
Ming, you know when we first met,
Yes.
you know, I was a grumpy bartender person.
Yes.
He told that story, and he told it exactly like you're saying it right now.
Yeah.
You were grumpy.
Yeah, I was very grumpy as a bartender. Has your opinion of me? So I don't think you had ever had a bad opinion,
Never.
but what is your take now on my personality? Do you still think I'm grumpy?
Oh, right now? No, I love how happy you are now.
Oh,
I mean,
thanks.
you're in love. We love it. Everyone was like, "Where's Holly this weekend?" I'm like, "She's in love." Like, she's,
Oh, that he did.
yeah.
Aw,
Totally,
Yeah,
totally.
and you know, of course, we want you to come hang out with us and,
Yeah.
and, you know, get drunk with us and carouse and
Yeah.
and you know, show your tattoos. And,
Oh, I
and,
did not think you were gonna say tattoos.
I
what
love-
did you think he was gonna say?
I don't know. I had the ones out.
Christopher.
But you know, inevitably, when you have a lot of female friends, you know, they
What
fall in
did
love, and
you
you know,
do?
and they have commitments, and it's totally cool. And I know this, and I love that you're in love. I think it's
Aw.
really awesome.
Thank you. That's sweet. That's a real friend right there. I just wanted to make sure that I was less grumpy now.
Well, I mean, we went to like you almost kicking me out of a bar, and granted, I didn't really belong there, but you know, it all worked out.
To be fair.
Do you want to show her
fair.
the laminated
Oh,
card?
dude, look at what I did this.
Did you renew it?
I didn't
No.
renew it. I did not renew it because it's a lot of money and I don't really live here. But yeah, I laminated my Albuquerque Press Club membership card.
Wow.
And like
Nice.
everywhere I go, people are like, "Why do you have that? You don't even live in Albuquerque." I'm like, "Dude, this is baller, man. This is how I roll into Albuquerque." It's a card-carrying member. But the people who live here are like, "Why do you have this?"
Right.
Or they're like, "I don't even have one." I'm like, "Well, you suck then."
I just remember when you filled out your application to the press club, I was like, we're going to verify this, right? Aaron was there. And I was like, we're going to, because I didn't know who you were. I was just like, okay, sure, pal. We're going to verify this, right? And you're like, yeah, okay, cool. And then one of my regulars came in and she was like, do you know who that is? Why are you being so mean? And I was just like, shit, here we go. It's fine. Now we're friends. It's great.
Yeah, it really worked out. So I've been learning lately that that if you want to have fun in life, just be bold, man.
Yeah.
So if that means wandering into a private press club that you don't belong in, that you're not a member and you don't live in the city, who cares? Go try to get in there, and maybe you'll make a lifelong friend that you'll be podcasting with 2 years
Oh,
later.
dang.
You know?
Look at that.
Seriously.
Hell yeah.
Thanks, Ming.
It's pretty amazing. Like I wouldn't be sitting here if I didn't decide. Me and Aaron, were like, hey,
Let's just try.
it was fun. We're at the Monte Carlo, and she's like, well, what do you want to do next? I'm like, how adventurous are you feeling? I'm like, well, not that adventurous. I'm married. Like, no, that's not what I mean. I think there's this weird wooden house on top of a hill, and there's a bar in there, and I think we should go check it out.
How do you find these fucking places?
So the press club came up. I was looking for either a speakeasy or a hidden bar or a dive bar in Albuquerque, the best one.
It
Yeah.
kind of matches all of those mostly.
And it
diving.
came up on page 6 of the Google search.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And it was the description was very vague and but all over it said private club, members only. But I'm like, we gotta find this place.
Yeah.
I gotta see if it exists. If this is just and it did.
It does.
Yeah. And the first thing you see on the door is private club.
Yeah.
And it's very intimidating. But I didn't let that stop me. And
Yeah.
for all you children out there listening to 10 Drink Minimum, all you youngsters out there, I just want to say, ignore the sign.
Ignore
Go
the
in,
sign.
Go in. And
The
you
worst
might-
that's going to happen is the bartender's just going to be a little bit grumpy at you.
Yeah. Yeah, the first words you ever said to me are, do you belong here? Are you members here?
Are you a member?
Are you a member? Yeah.
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 I'm pretty sure she said that shit to me as well.
Oh, yeah, and you were on the board.
Oh,
Yeah, right.
so you did.
It's like, do you belong here? Probably not.
Like, do you belong here? You look lost.
Then I met the other people, and I was like, I probably belong here more than most of the people.
I was definitely one of those bartenders that in order to enjoy my service, you had to know me and kind of win me over. Otherwise, I was just kind of like, fuck you. Drink your drink and go away.
Yeah.
I don't get why you're hanging out here and why you want to talk to me.
Your next job is at Joe's.
I mean, I have tried for that job a number of times. That is my perfect place.
That is, there's a waiting list to work there.
I've
Yeah.
actually been offered that job.
Wow.
Of course you have.
I have a good job, and I'll still go work there.
I want to go work there. I
No.
would fit in great.
I want a margarita. Well, I want you to fuck off.
I mean, and I would get away with it there. I was lovably grumpy. I wasn't complete asshole. But at Joe's, I would just be like, oh, you want a margarita? You're getting a glass of wine instead.
You're getting a glass of wine with tequila in it. Good luck. I'll frost the rim if
Have
I feel like it.
fun.
Yeah.
Wow. I think I won you over in 5 minutes.
You
so.
did. I mean, because you weren't a jerk. You were just kind of and you were like, so what do you do? I was like, oh, I'm a comedian. And I fully expected you to make fun of me.
Nice.
Because that's a thing that happens all the time. And you were just like, I love female comedians.
Yeah.
And you're like, I go to Caroline's all the time. I was like, oh, do you? And then from that point on, we were great. And Erin liked my drinks that I made her. So
Yeah, they were really good. Very good. And I remember I went back the next night. You weren't
You
even
did.
supposed to be working, but you happened to be filling in for somebody.
Yep.
And I'm like, well, this is called fate, my friends. And
Yes.
I don't mess with fate.
And we sang karaoke.
And we sang karaoke the next night because I went 3 nights in a row.
Yeah.
And Anyways,
It was fun.
Nice.
So,
Yeah.
I just wanted to know if you still thought I was grumpy. So thank you.
no, I mean
appreciate
not anymore. I think you lost your grump after that first interaction.
that. I did.
Everything else was pleasant from that point forward, and now here we are,
And now
Yeah,
here we
you're
are.
right.
which is pretty awesome.
Nice. Sweet.
Yeah, like freaking Carl Weathers isn't podcasting live in Albuquerque, is he?
No.
No.
I wish he was here right now.
No, Lou Ferrigno isn't podcasting live. Is he? No, man. I win, man. I beat all those guys.
You beat all of them.
I did.
That's right. I mean, we would totally have those people if they want to come on.
Well, I know. It's like, Ming, get out. Go, Ming, take that scooter and go back to the hotel.
They took away the scooter.
I know.
That's
Took it away.
The
I-
dignity of walking back.
Yeah, I did okay.
Did you-
So I fanboyed a little to like the Friday whenever I saw Sam Jones.
Okay, Flash
If you-
Gordon.
Flash Gordon, and I walked up to him and I was like, wow, he's super nice. And then I watched the two different panels with him on it. He's super nice but super intense.
Yes.
And it was like, wow. But I kind of want Flash Gordon to be kind of intense,
Sure.
right? And then there was a moment I don't think he really understands that he's not really Flash Gordon. I'm pretty sure. Because he was like, Flash Gordon doesn't have superpowers. Flash Gordon uses his wit and he uses his strength. And I was just like, does he think he's Flash Gordon right now?
I mean, he pretty much is.
I mean,
Yeah.
if anybody else could be, I guess it would have to be him.
But he still looks like a dude I would never fuck with because he is huge.
He's 66 and he could crush all of
Oh,
us.
yeah.
Oof.
Him and Lou Ferrigno.
Oh, I would not want to make both of them mad.
Like, you imagine, because like Lou Ferrigno's now like a deputized person in like Socorro.
Oh,
Is
that's
he?
right.
Yeah.
And here, I think at Bernalillo County.
Did you say Bernalillo?
Oh, Ming, we got to teach
Give him
you.
a
Bernalillo?
pass. Come on.
It's
It's visiting.
It's Bernalillo.
It's
Bernalillo.
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 Everyone knows.
Okay, I don't live here.
I know. I'm just teaching
The
you.
only time I heard that was when in Breaking Bad they were going to buy the laser tag.
Oh, yeah.
They're like, family fun in Bernalillo County or whatever. Like,
There you go.
whoa,
You
that's
got it.
cool,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, you imagine getting pulled over and it's fucking Lou Ferrigno.
No, I would shit my pants.
First of all, he'd have to see your lips because he's deaf. So I'm just saying he is.
Yes.
I know sign language because my grandparents are deaf.
But I hope you're not rusty because he's got a gun. You might say the wrong thing. He's like,
Right,
"Oh."
right.
I feel like you're playing a trick on me right now.
No, Lou Ferrigno is now a deputized. What is he? A sheriff?
Yes,
In
Sheriff-
Socorro.
yeah.
Yep. I saw that.
So he could pull you over now.
Weird.
I don't think he's really gonna do it. I think it's like to draw attention to like,
It is kind of weird.
But why?
he is really into,
Being a cop?
yes, and he's been a volunteer sheriff in California, and they said they would deputize him in Socorro. I don't know why, and so they did, and I think it's more to like get people to join the police force
In Socorro.
in New Mexico. 'Cause
I
heard you
don't
might
think
do
it's
it.
going to work.
I mean, I've always been a fan of the police.
Okay, Chris.
For everyone that listens to the show,
Hey, your skin's light enough for that to be partially true.
yeah. Can I? My friend Alex left. Can I out her here
Yes.
right now?
Please do, yes.
I'm gonna out her right now.
Okay.
So
I love
and this,
outing her.
and this has to do with you,
Okay.
and this has to do with him.
Okay.
So my best friend Alex, she loves like being around me, like going and doing all the different things I get to do. And the other day I was like, well, Holly is going to be there, and then maybe Hamster, and she goes, what? And I go, and I go, Hamster, and she goes, you keep saying it like I know what that means, and I go, oh. She goes, what? And I go, you just outed that you don't listen to my show.
Yeah.
And she goes, I go, Hamster is Holly's boyfriend, and that's what she says on the show. And she goes, all right, I haven't listened to your show in a while.
Long time. You've been talking about Hamster for a long time.
I know. Almost a year now.
Some shit about that.
I
It's
will
been a
give
while.
her so much shit about that.
Yeah.
Because she played it off tonight pretty well.
Oh, she did. She told me not to tell that story, but I did anyway.
Well, here we are.
So she won't know. She doesn't listen to the show.
Yeah. So
And she doesn't listen anyway, so.
So. Okay.
Awesome. Great.
Okay.
Sweet.
Love it. Yeah. Well, it's funny because, I know Ming listens to the show because he literally sent me a text. He's like, I can't wait to meet Hamster.
Right.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, so Ming listens to the show, but Alex doesn't.
Right. Busted.
Your best friend.
Best friend.
One of our best friends.
Yeah.
That's,
I was devastated. I don't care. It's fine.
She brought us snacks.
She
Whatever.
brings food and stuff. It's cool. So I want to see if people want. Is there anybody who has a question for Ming? I mean, we have a Smiley. Will you go in the crowd?
Yeah,
People-
sure.
You can ask me anything.
Yeah. Does anybody have a question for me? Anyone? No one? Yes.
Oh, Hamster's got a question.
Hamster.
Uh-oh.
Because of
Okay, no worries.
Yes. How can I help you?
What's your favorite comic book series?
Oh man! All right, so I mean, everyone's like, "Oh, you like Spider-Man or X-Men?" I grew up reading the Avengers,
Okay.
which I love, and so when everyone was like, "Who's your favorite comic book character?" I'm like, well, "Can I just pick all the Avengers?" Because I love.
I mean, as a unit, yeah, sure.
yeah, as the whole thing. But I've been reading a lot of Hawkeye lately.
Okay.
Love Hawkeye, not the Jeremy Renner Hawkeye, the
Yeah.
comic book series.
Yeah.
Hawkeye's about Clint Barton, and he's kind of a fuck up.
Oh.
And a lot of people don't know there's a female Hawkeye as well. His protege is
I
named
like that.
Kate Bishop, and she's younger than him, and she calls him out on all his bullshit. And then
I need to read that.
He would love it. And then later on, she goes to L.A. and she gets into adventures out there.
Oh.
And the female Kate Bishop Hawkeye is way cooler than he is.
I mean, because females are cooler.
Yeah, but I love that dynamic between him and her. And she's like, "You're a screw up. Like, what are you doing? Like, you're supposed to meet me at 10 a.m. and like you're drunk and like you're a screw up. Like, stop being an idiot." And she calls him out. And I like it when my female friends call me out on my bullshit as well. So I can kind of relate to that. And,
Nice.
it was pretty awesome.
Sweet.
I
Yeah.
never gave Hawkeye the respect that I probably should have, and it wasn't until like Civil War II, whenever
Yeah.
they started doing all that stuff with Hawkeye, that I
Yeah.
really started to get an appreciation for the character.
Yeah.
And like there was a lot more depth to it. And maybe it was just because of the stuff that I was reading, but it probably wasn't until they did that whole arc that I really had a lot more respect for the character.
Yeah, I mean there was a long period. He was fairly one note, but
Right.
yeah, but
And for those that don't know about Civil War II, like there's this whole arc where he ends up killing like a very major character, and like he has like a really good reason for doing it, and then there's this whole like trial about it and everything. And it's just like such a cool thing, but it just added a lot more layers and depth to the character than what I would have even given it to.
I mean,
You're all-
we're going
The
super
fallout from
geek
that
here.
one.
Yeah.
I always thought I was like
Yeah, I
whenever-
wrote that series
I always
too.
thought he was the Green Arrow like ripoff. That's what I always thought. Till the movies came out.
Yeah.
Then I liked him a lot. And you guys are all nerds.
Yeah.
We are total nerds.
Yeah,
for
you,
sure.
you, you
Nerds.
knew that.
Any more
For
questions?
Anybody else?
Yeah.
You can literally ask anything.
Do we
Yeah.
have any nerds?
It doesn't have to be
No.
a nerd question.
Of course, the only nerd is my boyfriend.
Yeah.
I love it, man.
Nobody
I love
else?
that.
Nobody has a question for me?
Not so much a question.
question for
I
us?
want to
Okay.
throw something to
Yeah.
Ming. Just to let you know that your homies at Tell 'em Steve Dave was actually the very first podcast experience I was ever introduced to.
Really?
And I listened to him pretty regularly. So a lot of like my early road trips was spent listening to the Tell 'em Steve Dave
That's
podcast.
pretty cool.
That's awesome.
And,
All
yeah,
they
that-
do is they grill me to like.
I know.
They grind my balls to dust on that show, man.
Is that a normal thing back east? Like people just busting chops?
Oh
Like-
yeah. That's how we
Yeah.
show love out there, man.
Okay.
That's how we show love out there. But
I feel like
it-
I would fit in real well.
Oh God, you would. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you would, for
You would.
sure.
Yeah.
I have,
you
I, have
totally
a,
would.
I have a question. So you're in the new Jay and Silent Bob reboots.
Yes.
How did it feel? I mean, that's such an. I mean, Jay and Silent Bob, anything is iconic, and it's like, it's gonna live on forever. And you're in this fucking movie.
Like in
What
the
are you
in the whole
playing?
world, I play myself.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, Holly, don't be too impressed. I just play myself,
Now,
and
He's
you
the
say
new-
that. That's like the best character for you to
I
be
know,
playing
yeah,
in
it's
that. Like he's
great.
like, oh, it's just myself. Yeah, right. That is like the best character for
You're
you to be
gonna
playing.
kill it.
Right. I mean, I would have been better if you were Ben Affleck, but
Okay,
Right.
that is true.
Well, I saw a conversation on Twitter. I think it was Twitter. I don't know. It was on somewhere, and you said you asked if you could play the milk from a milkman or
What?
something. What was that about?
Well, Kevin's working on Mallrats 2 right now.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what it. Okay.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah, and I think he said he had a part for, God, I can't remember. It was a major actor. Someone really awesome.
Yeah, and you're like, can I just play?
And then Brian Quinn from Practical Jokers was like, hey, can I play like the milkman or something?
Yeah.
And I was like, well, can I just play the milk? Like, I don't even need to be the milkman. I'll just play the
Wow.
milk. So
Yeah.
we're all trying to get into Mallrats too.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, I'll play.
I'll just go see it.
Yeah. I'm not good at
There
acting.
you
I
go.
just, if he needs a female comedian, I'll be
Yeah.
there for him.
She could be Ben Affleck. You know what I mean? I don't know why I said it like it was the insurance company. Ben Affleck.
Yeah, I mean, it is pretty cool. But have you ever seen the movie Dogma?
Yeah,
With Ben
love it.
Affleck and Matt Damon playing
Oh,
Renegade
this blew my
Angel.
mind. I did not know this about you.
Yeah, so the very first thing Kevin ever put me in was in Dogma,
Yep.
which he shot in 1998.
This motherfucker was in Dogma.
I love that movie.
And he was like, hey, we're shooting in Pittsburgh. Like, if you could drive out there on these dates, I'll put you in the movie. So I drive out. It's like 8-hour drive, and I get out there. And I'm like, all right, what, like, I'm going to be you're just going to throw me in the background or something, right? He's like, no, I got something special planned for you. I'm like, oh, okay, this is be cool. So I get there. It's this rundown strip club. And I'm like, hey, what do you need me to do? There's a theme to tonight's episode.
Yeah.
And I'm like, so what's the setup? He's like, all right, you're gonna be next to me and Jay as Jay and Silent Bob, and we sitting next to us at the strip club, and in the scene, Salma Hayek comes out
Yeah.
and she takes her clothes off.
Yeah.
And you need to act like you're really liking this.
I don't
Because that's
know.
so
Just
difficult.
Did you have to stop before the scene? You're like, hold on, let me get into character.
Yeah, I think I can do this.
What's
I'll
my
try to-
motivation? That's
Yeah, I'll try to get method about this. It's like Asian strip club patron, all right? That's very highly unrealistic, but okay. But I think I could represent for all of us. And sure enough, yeah, if you see that scene, I'm just like,
You're all Kevin. I don't think Selma's really bringing it.
Yeah.
Kevin, I need Salma to
Yeah.
try
They're
that
like,
again.
Ming, you're overacting. He's like, I didn't know we were recording.
yeah, I thought this was a rehearsal, man. But yeah. It was also she came out in like a pink bra and panties and
Oh,
like
geez.
heels and like this is fucking.
I feel like
awesome.
it's.
I mean,
like the
I would be excited about
I feel
that.
like it's the cartoon where your jaw drops and the eyes like. Wow.
His tongue's like,
Yeah.
And then like if that wasn't good enough, he was like, Ming, I'd like to introduce you to one of the other actors. This is Chris Rock. And I'm like, oh, hi, Mr. Rock. Like, great to meet you. And yeah, in the scene, if you watch him, like as he exits, he goes by and he pats me on the head and he goes off stage. And
Oh, wow.
and I'm just like, what the fuck was that? I was like, Chris Rock touched me. And it was, yeah. So after that, I was like, you don't have to put me in anything. I was like, how can you top that?
Right.
right.
And he did it by putting me on TV.
That's pretty dope.
And
Yeah.
then, and then I was in the reboot movie as well. So that was pretty awesome.
If you're wondering why we're not talking about all that stuff, we did that the last time we podcasted. We talked
Yeah.
about like the genesis of like the TV show Comic Book Man.
Yeah,
Which
yeah.
it's funny because like so many people have never seen that show, and I'm like, go watch it. I mean,
It's hilarious.
You guys had a pretty good time slot, weren't you guys? Like right after The Walking Dead.
Yeah,
for a
we
good
were,
minute?
which was
Yeah.
at the time the hottest TV show on the planet.
Right.
So we were.
I mean, not
we
as
were-
much now, but
We were, not as much now, but
I'm like, is that
um,
still on? What
Yeah.
Yeah, but they were
got
pulling
two
in.
stores.
Yeah, they were pulling in like 12, 15 million viewers.
Wow.
So even if we got like like a million of that was good.
the? Yeah. Oh yeah.
Right.
On cable.
Yeah.
Are
for
you
sure.
still torturing Sapsic?
Oh God, Mike Zapsik, my
Yeah.
coworker, my co-star in Comic Book Man.
Yeah.
God, he's just so white, man, that I can't.
He gets so irritated so easily.
He does. You notice that?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got kind of a temper problem.
Yeah. My favorite thing that you've done so far was
Yes.
when they came out with that special sauce at McDonald's.
Oh.
Oh, the Szechuan sauce from Rick
Yes.
and Morty?
And you literally tweeted out like, if Mike Zapsik goes into your location, do not give him this sauce.
Right.
And he got so upset.
Oh man.
He did. I don't know if you guys remember that promotion.
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
Rick and Morty was like, hey,
Oh,
they should
yeah.
bring back the Szechuan sauce.
Someone was selling a jug of it on eBay.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
McDonald's brought it back, and Mike went down to go get it, and they had run out because each store
Yeah.
only got 20,
Yeah.
20 packets or whatever.
What kind of shit is that, by the way?
right.
Yeah.
Listen, I understand it sucks, but he got so mad he went on Twitter. He was like, "What the fuck, you McDonald's?"
Yeah.
And he tags Dan Harmon and Justin Roiland as if they would read it and be like, "This is an out injustice." Like they would even care
Yeah.
that he didn't get his fucking sauce. So I went to Whataburger. I happened to be at a con that weekend. I went to Whataburger. I got packs of the spicy ketchup, and I photoshopped the Szechuan sauce packet on there. And I'm like, yo, Mike, man, I just walked into the McDonald's. They gave it to me, man. I don't
They
know
were just
why.
handing them out when you walk in.
Yeah, I don't know why you must have been an asshole or something because they didn't give it to you.
Wow.
And it looked really good. It looked like I got it there.
That's what it was.
And he got so mad
He
at
got
me.
so mad.
He got mad at me. He got mad that I got it. And I'm like, dude, you're like 50 years old. You're worried that you didn't get a shitty sweet and sour sauce
Right.
at fucking McDonald's.
Right.
You live a pretty good life.
What I thought
Yeah.
was pretty awesome is like on the show, you bought the USS flag.
I
USS
did.
flag.
A 7-foot plastic
Yeah.
aircraft
Do you still
carrier.
have that?
No.
No, Holly, and this is why I don't have it. Like I wanted to go home and set it up and
Oh,
show
that's
my
right.
kids.
And your wife
it's gonna
was
be
like-
awesome. It's 7 feet, so I
Yeah.
don't have room for this thing. Like this toy is truly a rich kid's toy because you need a fucking mansion to house it.
Right.
So it was in the basement of the store for a while, and then Walt, the manager, was like, "Dude, you gotta get out of the basement. We need to put like actual things we're gonna sell, like stock down there."
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do with this. Like, maybe I'll buy a storage unit. But I ended up, I set it up on the retail area, and this dude comes in. He was like, hey, man, are you selling this? I'm like, man, I don't really want to, but make me an offer. He was like, all right, I'll tell you what. I'll give you this amount, and I'm opening a brewery in town.
Oh,
I'll give you
that's right.
free beer for life. And I'm like, sold.
No
Yeah.
shit.
You can't
Yeah.
turn that down.
That's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that's like the gold mine of drinking right there. You're like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
Yeah,
what'd
and
you
it
say?
wa-
Plus, I bet your wife was very happy that you did not bring that home.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And consequently, the brewery's called Ross Brewing, and they're our sponsor now at the podcast
nice.
studio.
Nice. Perfect.
well, like the USS when I was growing up, the USS flag was like if you collected GI Joe, like you knew a kid who had it, and it was like Unicron. Someone had it, like someone had, it was like the Pegasus of like GI Joe.
Oh yeah, it
toys.
was a pinnacle. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was like.
and like when the guy brought it in on the show, like, you're like, do you know what this is? Like you got so excited, and you got like excited, like I would get excited.
Yeah, but no one else was excited.
No, they were
I had
not.
to talk him into it. But it's funny you bring up Mike now, and then earlier in your set you were talking about licking asses.
Oh yes, this is great.
Because we have a podcast that records at our podcast studio. It's called Respect the Blackout. It's 2 Hispanic guys and 2 black guys, and they talk about partying and like banging chicks, and then they come back and podcast about it. It's the best podcast ever.
Right.
But one of the guys, he brags about eating ass. He's like, I'm really good at eating ass. His nickname's he has his own hashtag. It's hashtag Booty Munching Black. And every show, that's how he introduces himself, and he's really proud of eating ass.
Right.
So one week I was at a con, so Mike had to fill in like engineering and recording, and they're like, "Yo, Mike, man, do you eat ass?" And Mike's like the whitest, straight-laced guy in the world, and he's like, "Yeah, man, I eat ass, man. I eat ass all the time."
See, I don't know why my mom, like, it's in my joke, but like, my mom thought that this was like a disturbing fetish that, like, he should be arrested.
Oh wow.
I mean, she didn't say that, but I mean, the way she was, I legitimately thought my mom was going to say that this guy fucked dead people. Like, the tone in her voice, she was like, I need to call you and tell you about it. And I don't know why. Like, if Mike Zapsik eats ass, why can't my mom get on that train?
He said he did, but like
Not that, like, I want my mom, I mean,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, Holly.
I want her to be happy.
Right.
Mother's Day is coming up.
Yeah, but when I heard this, I'm like, when I heard Mike admit to eating ass, like, and then the word spread to all of us. We were like, ooh, we cringed. We were like, Mike, you don't understand. When he says it, it's cool, because he's a suave motherfucker.
He gets strange.
When you say it, you because he looks like George Lucas.
I wonder
Can you
if my
imagine George
mom.
Lucas eating ass? Yeah, exactly.
No.
He's all the Yoda. Aw.
He's like, give me a second to take off my flannel.
And so he's-
Maybe my mom met Mike Zapsik.
So we were all kind of disgusted for a while. So it turns out I'm recording these guys' podcast before I came out here. So one of the guys on the Respected Blackout podcast works at Best Buy.
Okay.
And I guess Mike and his wife went in to buy some AirPods. And Mike saw the podcaster, and he was like, hey, honey, this is Ramon. He's on the Respected Blackout podcast. Oh, by the way, he knows I eat your ass. At fucking Best Buy on their first meeting. And the guy at Best Buy was like, hi, nice to meet you. Like, how do you reply to that?
Yeah.
When your husband introduces you as I eat your ass, and now, by the way, this is my wife. Nice to meet you.
Would you like the 3-year warranty?
I don't
The
know.
guy was like, yeah. Do you need the extended warranty on this? And he was flattered, and there were kids around and shit. And he was like,
man.
Mike, what the fuck, man?
I mean,
Why
I
are
bet.
you telling everyone that you
That
eat
you
my
eat
ass,
my
first
ass.
of all? And why are you introducing me as the SED at Best Buy?
It's 2020.
It's
Second
2020.
base is eating ass.
Well,
And not only that, but I mean, whew, I mean, I guess it would be the same as for the people that were here for the comedy show. I have a joke about sticking my finger up hamster's ass. Like, I would assume it's on the same spectrum. She's just used to it now. You know?
But I don't. She's very straight-laced. I don't think she knew that he was telling everybody this.
Yeah.
Oh,
She did
poor
not
thing.
know
well,
this.
well, yeah. You wouldn't assume that.
I mean, maybe we should ask Hamster how
I mean,
he feels
when you
when
go
I
for
say stuff.
when you go for some AirPods, you really don't want to talk about some ass play.
Right. Yeah, you just
Airplay, ass play, whatever.
yeah, I
Right.
mean, fair.
Yeah, I was like, these work good. Like, yeah. And
Is there really like an appropriate setting? Because it's not like it's going to be any better at Lowe's.
while you're buying like paint swatches and
I
shit.
mean,
Right.
is there a good place to introduce your wife as the person you eat their ass?
No.
I feel like there's not.
I say no.
Home Depot.
Yeah.
Victoria's Secret.
Boom,
Okay,
right.
fair.
Thank you,
fair.
Georgia.
Castle, yeah, Castle. That's a porno store.
Self-serve.
So I mean, sure, sex
A little
shop,
classier.
fine.
A little classier. They have classes on it.
Taco
It's
Bell, I guess.
fine.
Yeah, but
Knockouts.
at Best Buy in front of the Geek Squad booth.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, probably
Yeah.
old
Probably
not.
frozen yogurt.
Can I help you guys find anything? This is the guy I told about you eating ass right here. Anyway, we like some Airbuds.
I mean, I'm a comedian, so I would think it's funny.
Yeah, it's totally funny.
Oh, it's definitely funny.
But I feel like probably his wife was like, "Fuck you,"
Yeah. He probably had to eat a lot of ass that
He
night.
probably had to eat all the ass that night.
That's the penance you pay when you screw up.
I mean,
Price you pay.
Wow.
Hey,
You guys
Chris,
are
are we going to intermission at any point?
No,
Because-
we're going to finish here.
Okay, 'cause-
are we going to end on that note, on the ass eating?
the ass
Good
eating.
I
note to
feel like
end on.
that's a great.
If there's
note
no
to
other
end on.
questions, I mean, does anybody have a question for
Anybody
me?
have any questions?
I saw a bunch of people show up. I don't know. I can't see very well.
Yeah. Thank you. I love you
Oh,
guys.
this shit to see him. You don't have any questions for him? No?
So,
Oh, right here. Yes.
Yeah.
Were you excited?
Oh
about
yes,
that?
of course. Yeah. I mean, I wasn't expecting it. No, we're talking
question-
about the Crisis on the Infinite Earths fly. What I was really excited about? Just John Wesley Shipp. Anytime I see him in the old costume from the '90s,
Yeah.
I'm really excited about that. I'm so old school, but he was at the con last year,
Yeah.
and for some reason he really likes me. I guess he likes
Everyone
all my.
likes you, Ming.
I get
Everybody likes
Yeah.
you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, dude,
Thank
you're
you.
Ming. Come on.
Who wouldn't love
Thank you. And
Yeah.
I love sharing universes. Obviously, I named
Yeah.
the whole freaking company after.
Yeah.
it. But I love anytime.
Oh, look
they
at that
cross anything
segue. Look
over.
at that segue.
That was
I
a
like shared
nice
universes.
That's called ham-fisted marketing. But yeah, man, we gotta get this out here in Albuquerque, man. Like
Yeah.
I love seeing your guys' passion for podcasts. You guys do this every week.
Yeah.
You were sick, and you were like, man, I really wanted to go. Like, it killed you not
Yeah.
to be
Yeah.
recording with these guys. And that's the kind of spirit that I really
I mean,
love
just
seeing.
open it up. I'll manage it for you.
What
I'll
I
just
loved
sit there.
last week, yeah, you were like, you couldn't make the show. And you're like, I'm not going to be there tonight. I'm sick. And I was like, well, I guess we'll talk about farts and video games.
Yeah. He's like, it's okay, Holly. And I was just like, they're going to hate
No,
me?
she goes. Then she goes, well, we can talk about farts and video games when I'm there. And I was like, nope.
I mean, I did make a whole pie chart about farts.
That's true.
For
And you did.
a
And you
school
did send it to
project.
us.
Yeah. I was
it
like,
was-
here's my pie chart about farts. We can talk about farts, guys.
And I went, math. Way to make farts boring.
I was pretty impressed with my pie chart.
Right. We did talk about a lot of video games, though, in the last show.
So Hamster likes FIFA.
Yeah, the soccer game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, and when I say he likes it, I mean like he chooses FIFA over sex sometimes.
Whoa.
Wow.
Wait, FIFA or Fifi?
FIFA, not Fifi.
Wow.
He will choose to play. Like, I will offer it to him on a silver platter, and he's like, nah, I'm gonna play FIFA.
Wow. I think there's porn movies like this.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't watch it personally. But
I'm gonna have to find it,
nice.
figure it out.
So, yeah. I
Can't you
think
do both at the same time?
Yeah.
You ever done that?
That's the porn video I saw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Oh shit! DualShock controllers that's made for this stuff, man.
Straight up.
Ooh, okay. This, well,
Took a turn.
I know.
Do you have a vibrating chair?
No, I got him a chair, and I saw in a porn that like it makes 60/90s here, so
Oh.
Okay.
That
Just
is not
saying.
I was thinking video game chair. Wow, my
it
mind
is a video game chair.
Yeah.
It is a video game chair.
Then
Doubles as
I guess my mind was in the right space.
It was in the right space. It's just, nerds make porn too.
Yeah,
all
it
right?
doubles as a sex swing apparently. Nice, man.
Right.
Well done, sir. Well done.
Fuck, man. I feel like we need to. This is a good point to end.
Of course it is.
Sure.
Holly's sex swinging video game
Yeah.
chair.
Yeah.
Nice, this guy. So Ray, you got anything coming up? I mean, you don't wrestle anymore, so I don't know
Wow. Like your life's over, Ray. You don't have anything else going
what
for
to.
you.
Stopped wrestling.
Maybe he has cat things coming
Yes.
So now that I'm done wrestling, I'm taking some time to kind of work on some of my other crafts. I'm currently taking commissions through my other Ray Basura ventures, but you can find my Instagram, Basura Paint, but I do paintings, digital design. I have a couple t-shirt designs I'm working on for a couple wrestlers out in Vegas. I have a couple paintings I'm doing for some people around the area, but it's going to be spending a lot more time doing art because that doesn't hurt my ligaments.
nice.
So you can follow me on Instagram under Ray Basura to follow my regular life, or you can follow Basura Paint to see what kind of artistic ventures I'm on these days.
Nice.
Smiley, what do you got?
There you go.
Right now, you can see me on the show Deputy on Fox. I play a photojournalist, and as usual, the second season of Midnight Texas. You can still see that on NBC and Hulu. And if you look really closely, I'm doing background on
Daybreak.
Daybreak.
Yeah.
I like how Chris
Got it.
knows.
I
Knows
always
your resume, your IMDb page better
Yeah.
than you do.
He does a good job. He keeps us in line.
Well, no, and the thing is I remember no one's name. And then I'll be like, I just remember that because I saw that show and I never saw you in it one time.
I have pictures of me on from
I
the
did.
show.
I did
He was
see the post.
in the show. How rude.
I know.
You're being spicy.
I'm so tired.
You're so sassy. I need
So
you to
tired.
just like calm down.
Now I'm
Take it
drunk
down.
tired, so it's even better.
Are you gonna ask me if I have anything?
I am.
I have
was
kind of a
kidding.
big announcement.
Do you have what? I heard.
Well, I mean,
You
it's
are
not that
drinking
big.
tonight.
I did
I-
hear. I did hear you. I did hear that you recorded a comedy record.
I did tonight. So, I mean, I recorded that. So keep an eye out for releases. I don't know when that's going to happen. But the big announcement is Kurt Fletcher is coming to town, and usually in March we do something for our birthdays, and we will be performing at the El Rey
Ooh,
on March 27th. So I'm very
Nice.
excited.
big
Hell
shit,
yeah.
big deal.
Yeah. So we're bringing back a one night only Dancing in the Dark, and I heard that my favorite burlesque dancer in town with the best butt in the world will be there. So
With the best butt, nice.
the best butt
My
in the whole
favorite.
world.
Ming, are you doing anything the rest of the year?
Do you have anything going
Yeah, a
on?
couple of things. You can catch me in the Kevin Smith's James Bond reboot movie.
What?
Wow.
No way.
If you Kevin's currently taking that on tour, will be on a Blu-ray soon. I'll be coming to a Comic-Con near you, and other than that, I'll be.
He'll be at Office Con,
Yeah, I'll be at Office Con.
which would actually be amazing.
I mean, they're probably going to do it. So,
Oh,
I'll be podcasting my butt off like for the rest of the
well,
year.
what's your shared universe? Where do people?
Yeah, if you want to have as much fun as we did, you too can either start a podcast or just or continue one, much like 10 Drink Minimum at a Shared Universe podcast studio. Go to ashareduniverse.com. We have a great environment set up much like this. Bring your friends down, and you can start your own 10 Drink Minimum podcast.
And they
have this
also
much
have a
fun.
really cute cropped hoodie.
I will get you one.
That
I just
need.
need your size.
Okay.
I like
And,
that. I like that ask for the hoodie right there. That was
No,
nice.
it wasn't an ask. He posted it, and it is amazing. Everybody should buy one.
Is this the gold foil one?
It is
Yes.
the gold foil one.
See, I already know because you're the second person in front of me that was like, I like that gold foil hoodie.
Yeah. That wasn't even an ask. That's like, if you want a dope hoodie, go buy one.
Nice. I don't know.
Oh, they're like $40, but
Yeah.
we'll talk. We'll talk.
Wow,
we'll
that's
work
like
out.
that's like champion gear right there.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah, man!
You should see it. It's dope.
It is.
It's
yeah.
pretty dope.
No, he told me the whole story because I asked the question about the gold foil hoodie because someone went off about it and he was like, "It's a whole. It would probably take 20 minutes to tell the story."
Yeah, that's a whole nother story.
Yeah, it's a whole nother story.
Just
We have. I mean, it's kind of hard to follow a Ming Chen on a podcast, but if you were going to do that next weekend, you would get Peter Trevisani, who is the owner of the New Mexico United. He will be with us next Sunday.
Yep.
So, I mean, I was kind of shocked. He was like, "Yeah, I'll do it." I was like, "All right."
I
fuck
think
yeah."
we all were.
Yeah. Then he knew who I was. I was like, "Oh, cool. All right."
With the mayor downtown.
Hey. So, yeah, I want to thank you guys for all coming out tonight. It's been a blast.
We really appreciate
thank you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you, Hamster,
Yeah.
for doing the lights.
Lighting. Thank you, Trick Lock, for allowing us to do a show here again. Thank you, Ming, for being on the show.
Oh
Yeah.
my god! Thank you guys for
Thank you.
letting me
Man.
come back.
Of course. We
I
love
literally
you.
waited a whole year to come back and podcast with you guys, and it's something I remember throughout the whole year. And I just really love you guys. I love Albuquerque.
Aw,
yeah.
And,
we love you.
Yeah, you guys. Yeah, just,
Well, I want to say for now, like in my opinion, you are an Albuquerquean. You
oh
know?
man,
You know more places than people that I know. They're like, I've never even been there, and I'm like, Ming Chen has.
Honorary Burkett.
Honorary Burqueño.
And he has an Albuquerque disgust down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I survived knockouts, so game, set, match.
There we
everybody.
go.
And with that, we
are
are
10 Drink Minimum. Thank you guys. Oh my god.